Hi, this is Michael Z, and this is a short video about the bass. This is a Fender Style precision bass. Here are the tone knobs here, and volume knob, the bridge, the pickups. This is the pick guard. This is the body of the bass. These are the bouts of the bass. The neck is here. On top of the neck is the fingerboard, where the frets are. And at the top, the strings are stopped by the nut. And then on top of that is the tuners and the peg head. Okay. When the bass is tuned to E, A, D, and G, okay, those are fourths. Now, when we're plucking the bass with our right hand, I use what's called the bow and arrow technique. The bow and arrow technique is three parts. We touch the string, we pull the string, and then we snap the string like we snap our fingers. And you can hold it. I put my thumb here on the pickup, and I can use two fingers or one finger at a time and double it. There's a lot of ways to do this. To use the bow and arrow technique, I'm grabbing the D string. So I grab it, I pull it back slightly, and I snap. Okay? Grab, pull, snap. Here's the A string, grab, pull, snap. Or one, okay? And I'm muting with my right hand so the string doesn't go crazy. Okay? I'll play a C. And I grab, pull, and snap. Okay? With my left hand, I'm using a C. I'm making my hand into a C, and I'm putting my thumb behind my second finger. I can put that right on the bass here. Usually with electric bass, you do one finger per fret. Although sometimes, if you have smaller hands like I do, you might use acoustic bass technique, and that is 1, 1 and 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're only covering 3 frets at a time. Okay? Next, we have the intervals. I'm going to move the camera a little, and we're going to play this C, which is the 3rd fret on the E string with the 2nd finger. And once again, my hand is in a C. My thumb is behind my 2nd finger. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to find the intervals. A major second is going to be here. That's a D. Okay? We can also play it a 1st finger and all 4 fingers. Wherever you go on the bass, if you go 2 frets up on the same string, you'll find a major second. Minor second is going up 1 fret on the same string. Okay? All right, major third is here. There's that E. It's the 2nd fret on the D string. Okay, but notice it's 1 fret behind and 1 string over from the C. No matter where you go on the bass, you use that same shape and you get a major third. Perfect fourth is straight across. Okay. The perfect fifth is up 2 frets and over a string. That's very useful for the bass. Okay. Now a major 6 is almost like a third, but we're going over 2 strings. So back 1 fret, go over 2 strings. Major 7 is across 2 strings and up 1 fret. There's that B. And then the perfect octave is here. Up 2 frets and over 2 strings. Wherever you go on the bass and do that same shape, you'll get a perfect octave. Now notice in the plane of things, the root, the 4th, and that's flat 7, are all straight across each other. If you go up a fret, you'll hit the 2nd, the 5th, and the octave here. And that goes for anywhere you go. below is the 7th, but also going up the 3rd and the 6th. Those are all in the same plane. And something very useful is the 5th below. It's also in the same plane as the root. If we're going to play something, it's like a 1 and a 6, major 6 below is there, 2, 5. We use that in bass all the time. Okay, you can move that shape anywhere you want. Here is E flat. Great. Now, if we take a basic bass line, which is really roots and fifths, we might say like this. Cowboy bass line. We can take it up. Or we might play a bossa nova like this. Okay, a note about the frets. When you fret a note, you want to keep your finger right behind the fret, right behind it. Okay, you don't want it kind of back here, but right behind the fret. Also, I use flat wound strings on the electric bass. It gets them a little more fundamental in the note, not so twangy, and it's a little easier on your hands. Okay, things that you might want to know is, where's a triad? Well, here's a major triad, the C, our major third, right? Which is any major third, right? Same shape. Okay, but root, a major third, and here's the perfect fifth, and the octave. Okay, so you might, there's our triads, right? Minor triad, we lower that third. You can do it like this, or you can play it like this. You can go up the minor third on the same string as the root, or you can go back 2 frets and go to the next string. Okay, those are triads. Now, if you find maybe where the typical bass line might be root, major third, fifth, and flat 7, you say. There's a 6, flat 7. That's 5, 6, flat 7. Okay, so we got the triad. We have the major 6, flat 7, major 6, 5. Now you might have heard that before. You might even play shuffle. Okay, next we might want to maybe play octaves. That's 5-1. Okay, that's always useful. Knowing where those octaves are always useful. You might do a bass line. I'm going to start on this E, and then go down, C sharp, D, E flat, and E. And I'm just playing octaves. Okay, it's an idea of a disco bass line. All right. Next, I'll go back to that C, play root, 5, flat, 7, and the root again. And I'm playing flat 7, major 7, and the root here. And that's typical bass line and some blues stuff. All right, those are some basic things that you can do, and but it's knowing the shape of an interval and the shape of a line allows you to move it around. Now, it's always best to know what the name of the notes are, but it's also very useful to know what the shapes are. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you, and thanks very much.